Sorry guys about that. It just took me a second. I had to get me a new code, the usual. I am uploading that video to YouTube now, so you guys want to catch it later on. The video will be up on YouTube. And I want to give you guys an update. So I'm about to be playing some Dungeon Fighter. If you guys have never heard of it, it's alright. If you're looking to get into the game, let me know. Because if you want to be my buddy to play with me, I'm fine with that. Totally cool. I'm also checking if Twitch is recording my stream because I'm not used to doing this on Twitch. I've done like 1 or 2 YouTube live streams to test out YouTube. So, looks like Twitch is getting it. So, I'm going to exit Twitch. I'll be back to Twitch. I've got this video uploading from the first live stream I did today. The live stream I did yesterday, unfortunately, I did not get it in the right format, and I can't switch the formats on that video. So, for you guys who catch the yesterday video, I couldn't get that one for live stream. But we'll do some live streaming right here, right now, and I'm about to be playing some Dungeon Fighter. And Dungeon Fighter is one I recently played some time ago. I just recently played it this weekend. Originally, I didn't think I'd like the game, and I generally don't play these types of games because a lot of them are just BS. They don't have enough skill for me. But I found that this Dungeon Fighter is quite good for what it's trying to do. I actually recommend Dungeon Fighter for new players. Like, if you guys are looking to play new games, let me know, because this may be the game for you. And I say this intentionally. This may be the game for you. Now, I'm going to be starting with a new character. I'm actually going to be redoing my mage because I lost the mage I really wanted, because I didn't know what original skill set I wanted from either one. And I ended up trying out the, I think it's Galal mage, and I didn't like it. So I'm going to go back, start a new mage, and redo the same process. So you're going to see me play the mage for your first time, and I'm just going to be talking a little bit about the character system and how it works within the game, because I'm going to show you character creation, and I'm going to create 2 characters today so that way I can create 2 tomorrow. So you only get to create 2 characters a day, and it's really based off of what you like to do. Like, if you want to be a melee fighter, you can be a melee fighter. If you want to be a brawler, you can be a brawler. If you want to be a wizard like me, you can be a mage, which is nice. Really nice. Generally, I like how they do the cutscenes, and you're about to see what I'm talking about. They had these beautifully constructed cutscenes that make me just wow in amazement. This really shocked me on what they did here. Now, you expect a little delay, so if you guys who are seeing this see me not moving my mouse, it takes a little bit for this thing to load. But this game is beautiful. Like, I was amazed. Now, I created 2 characters the other day. I'm about to recreate a new character, and I'm about to recreate my mage. So, I'm going to go to create. I'm going to name him his original name that I had the other day. Someone took my name, so I'm going to go for Zero Blade. Let's check it, see if someone's got that name. Well, 2 names. So let's go for X Hunter. See if someone's got that name. That's a pretty good name. You know what? Zero Hunter. I'm pretty sure someone's got that name. Let's call me, instead of Hunter, Nova X. That's pretty cool. Nova 0. 01. Let's check about that. Okay. Well, I can still get my name somehow. Now I'm going to create 2 characters. I'm not going to play either. I'm only going to be playing one though. Now I'll show you guys what I mean. I originally tried out the Glancer Master, and I wasn't too keen of it. I just did not know how to play the character. I like ranged. And generally, to show you guys what I'm talking about, this guy is a melee-oriented fighter. And a lot of his skills have to do with melee. And it's impressive, don't get me wrong. And to some degree, I was quite shocked. Because of the damage he can outdo. But that's not the character I wanted. You've got the Gunner, which I'm still deciding whether I want to be a Ranger, a Launcher, which is basically Explosives Master. You got a Mechanic who sends out droids and robots. Then you got Spitfire, who's kind of like the Rapid Succession character. You got Melee, you got your Blade Master, who's got like a lightsaber in his hand. You got the Slayer, who's kind of like a demon user. You got the Berserker, who's like fully demon user. But I'll read the Blade Master to you. Blade Master, a Slayer who refuses his identity and ignores his demons so that he can focus on mastering his training in swordsmanship. The Soulbender, a Slayer who spent much time studying the demon possessing his arm and has learned how to better manipulate the dark energies within him, granting him terrifying powers. Slayer, or Berserker. Yielding to demonic possession, the Slayer traps into an otherworldly rage capable of wide-range attacks, mercilessly attacking or attacks that which ultimately composes his own health, which is kind of cool. Then you got the one I thought was amazing, Azura, a Slayer who chose to become blind to attain powers of waves, utilizing mighty wave auras to crush his enemies. So, to go back for a second, let me show you guys what I liked about the game in general. I think, okay. The game must have froze up for a second. I wasn't used to that. At the end of the world, the Lord fills the sky with wills that defy. They are the ones, thus are infinite, a prime union of Ethiopia. Powers that shall spread into the whole instances that brought. Let me go back so that way you guys can see this. Here we go. At the end of the world, the Lords fill the sky with wills that defy. They are one, thus they are infinite. The prime union of Ethiopia, the power that spreads into whole, reaching the very end of the universe, from Terrify. Many instances that brought chaos to the world are concealed deeply within the abyss. As yet, pieces or clue are revealed, no catch in between. Nevertheless, the unraveling to the answers, a name of fate. So the ones are forsaken behind the wheels of fate may blame the sky for this tragedy. It's a sign leading them to where they should be. A sign indicating the wheels of fate driving slowly, a sign of mere beginning. Now, this is what I want you guys to see. I'm not going to talk through this cutscene.
내가 죽을 건가?
그래, 넌 죽었다. 아니, 아직 완전히 죽지는 않았지만 곧 그렇게 되겠지.
이렇게 허무하게 끝나버리다니.
멍청한 녀석! 넌 비참하게 패배하고 소중한 은인을 지키지 못했다. 강자를 피해 도망만 다니며 단 한 번의 저항도 없이 처절한 죽음을 맞이한 그것이 바로 너다. 네 삶을 돌이켜봐라. 너 또한 약자만을 집어삼켜온 악인에 불과하다.
그래서 나를 어떻게 할 거지? 지옥에라도 끌고 갈 건가?
아니, 난 너에게 새로운 기회를 주려 한다.
기회라니.
여태껏 없던 힘과 생명을 주고 너를 되살릴 것이다.
어째서지?
그것이 나의 마지막 선택이기 때문이다. 이 어비스가 너의 지켜나간 심정을 대신할 것이다. 내게 새로운 세상을 보여주마. 네가 올바르다고 생각하는 길을 따라가라.
내가 살아난 건가? 여긴 어디지?
I'm still alive? I'm confused. Where am I? I'm too hungry to think. I better hunt those monsters and eat first. Now this is something about the game I'm actually going to be reading. I'm just going to be reading some of the lines. But as you start out, you got this basic story. Now I'll show you guys attack wise. You got the basic attacks, and then you got the heavy duty attacks. And you will level up very fast in the very beginning. About level 18 you'll get all the next set of skills. No, my food! Food? What are you talking about? Anyway, this place is dangerous. Follow me. He is familiar. He is familiar with this place. I better follow him and get out of here. This place is safe now. Go through the gate and you will arrive in a different place. Be careful, there might be monsters on the other side. I'll show you guys what I mean here in just a second. It's filled with monsters, just as I expected. These monsters are scattered on the upper side and the bottom, and at the bottom. Let's split up. I'll take care of the ones at bottom, you'll take care of the ones on the upper side. Now he's going to show you some of the basic combos. I'll take care of these ones at the bottom. Please take care of the rest. Now, here we go. Alright, this is how you attack. Take care of the rest. Yeah? Okay, alright, I'll try. Now you got water, and you originally have whirlwind to start off with. The gunsman I learned is not as accurate as the mage, because the mage's attacks are more spread out, but they attack more. The gunsmen are more in a straight line. You're better than you look. Wear this. It's better than nothing. Now what he does is give you cracked leather piece shoulder. Things are bad. My bad. Things bad. One more time. Bad things can happen to you. If you stay here any longer, come on, follow me. Now the same button you attack is also the same button you equip stuff with. Now normally this will give you like some extra equipment later on. Like you'll see within the 30 minutes I'll be playing, I will level up extremely fast if I don't read all lines. The monsters are all gathering in one place. This time we'll scatter them. You want to try something fun? Fun? Yes, I will scare the monsters and you'll attack them. Attack them at the right time and you can achieve combo attacks. And this is teaching about comboing in this game. Now generally, I don't use the wind attack unless I need to. So you may see me do like... Now he said you look exhausted and he'll like normally hand you a health potion. Now this is where the game actually starts to get real. You won't have to do much besides attack. So I'm not going to read all of these lines, but the next time you guys like want me to, I will. I just want to hurry up and level up so that way I can show you. This is my village. You must be tired from your long journey. Why don't we move to my room and continue our conversation? And basically you head over here. This place will become your house for a little bit. move past the chick you normally get quests by. Now this is my first time playing this game. Oh, here's a cutscene. Sorry.
아라드는 대마법사 마이어에 의해 창조된 후 인간과 몬스터들이 평화를 유지하며 살아가고 있었어요. 하지만 다른 세상의 것들이 흘러들어오는 전이 현상이 일어나면서 모든 것은 바뀌고 말았죠. 사악한 전이의 기운은 아라드의 모습과 몬스터 그리고 인간의 본성마저도 바꿔놓기에 충분했어요. 마이어님의 지혜를 이어받은 요정들이 대마법진을 수호하며 전이의 기운을 막고 있었지만 인간에 의해 발생한 대화재에 의해 그란 플로리스 숲과 대마법진 그리고 요정마저 사라지고 말았어요.
Now this is just beautiful. Main reason I like these cutscenes.
보이는 것이 바로 성스러운 나무 실버 크라운이었답니다. 이후 살아남은 사람들의 노력으로 세상은 안정을 되찾고 있지만 전이가 계속되는 이상 안심할 수는 없겠지요. 제 이름은 세리아 키르민. 위험에 처한 아라드를 구해줄 특별한 분을 기다리고 있었답니다. 바로 모험가님 같은 분을 말이죠.
This is a beautiful game. Now generally you just come up to talk to her for a second. She'll talk to you like one more time. She'll give you some stuff. Press K. This will be like your skill stuff. And within your second mission you should be able to get some stuff. Now I do recommend this ability. Show you guys some other stuff. Go to your inventory, she should have given you a boot. You equip it. And get you a glass of tea. I think I got something.
안녕하세요. 세리아 키르민이라고 해요.
Now this is something I did not expect. I didn't know they just came up with some extra stuff. So, as you guys will go, you go up to this chick, she'll give you a quest. I'm just going to skip a lot of this conversation because there is a lot of story text for the first couple levels. Now, I did enjoy the mage because most of your quests will actually be over here in this little room. And you see that little circle thing? When that thing glows, that's where you go for your quest. Generally, I like to be alone when I do this because I like to be a soloer. I prefer to do stuff on my own. I'll show you guys just a little bit about what I learned. It's really interesting to try to use what you got. Most of the time I will like pick up scraps, but for this I'm just going to quickly and get through. Generally I like to pick up stuff like that. Like stones, anything I can find that will upgrade an item later on, I'll generally pick it up just because even if it's low level, it'll help me out in the long run. These monsters generally get on my nerves. Because the lower level they are, the more they want to annoy you. So, expect to do at least one or two quests twice, with it being a little bit challenging the second time around. As you come around, expect to use your abilities more frequently. Now the water ball is a mixture between it can attack multiple enemies, but it's rare that you really have to ever use the water ball. and this quest will be immediately over. You'll have to do this quest again. Now I do like these double reward things, but with the normal quest it's kind of like Ellison World Online for the quest things. That's basically how this system works. And I recommend you always checking your stats, because checking on stats before when you get a weapon will guarantee if it's good or bad. This is like an upgrade. I got 26 damage, which is actually 3 plus basically it's 13 more damage than my current weapon. And generally I tend to dump most of my inventory I don't need and go straight to the next quest, because right after you do this quest you'll be able to get a ability, which I'll show you the ability I like. These things will increase your speed if you go in those little circle things. I just got a new skill available. Here we go. Now, the first couple bosses don't expect to be challenging until you get up to maybe like 1 or 2 bosses in particular on the first couple levels before you get your first couple upgrades. Now, I do recommend getting your next skill and not going straight ahead to every single level. Like right now, I'll go straight back to town for just a second. Like right now, I'd probably head straight back to town and get the one ability I'd probably need. So, since these items are no longer good to me, I can just simply throw these out. I'll go back to town. I'll get one of my favorite abilities. You apply a skill. Generally I don't use a grab, so you won't see me using the grab ability at all. You'll probably see me get this early in advance. So your fighting style becomes more developed as you go through. It's really depending on the character you like to play. I like to play mages. And if you look at the map, you'll see that guy indicating that little wave. That's who you have to go to.
정의의 힘이 점점 강해.
So you look at this guy. And this will tell you what quest to go to. Now let's have some fun. With the mage, I just unlocked the ability to basically shoot a spiral of beams that I once could shoot already. This is great for comboing. Here we go. Sometimes you have to step back from a gate. Here we go. trying to head for a home run right here. Now, I will be showing off each character once I get familiar with the basis. I'll probably even do a review guide on each character and their strengths and weaknesses later on. Now, I do feel like the mage does have a tendency to be overpowered to a degree, just with some of the basic abilities. And this is where I really feel like he stands out from the others. Now, I am going to be trying to level up and complete these quests as fast as possible. Trying to go for a speed run on this. And the more you kind of do with this character, the more you can combo these attacks once learning them. The water ball is great for getting some of the smaller enemies. Now, don't worry about dying on some of these smaller minor quests. Now, if you end up getting this power up there in the corner, you'll actually get health in the midst of the fight. Now, I always recommend looking at these items. Both of these suited me, and I will dump both these items out of my inventory. So I'm dumping that, and I'm dumping that. Now, you cannot dump tradable items, from what I've recently found out. When I was playing with my mage about 2 days ago, I ended up trying to drop a school quest item, and it refused to let me drop it because it was tradable, which is kind of a downer, but I can also see the point. Who knows? You find a legendary sword that may be rare across the game, and now you just want to drop it not knowing what it is. So here we go. Come through here, throw a cosmic tornado, drop them, and I like to be close so that way I can tie in as many abilities as I possibly can with this. Now, depending on who you are, these missions can be easy, but with the gun character, I've learned that these skill shots are hard to get when you're dealing with the smaller enemies. The mage, I just flew through this level. Like, I was so surprised when I first did this that I was flying through these levels at such accelerated speed. Within 4 hours of the original day I spent, I literally dominated getting up to the level I need to get my other stuff. And I'm at the boss room again. Watch how fast I drop this guy. Now, as you can see, the boss has 2 bars of health, but you will drop this boss in just a couple attacks. Now, if you ever get low on health, if you look at my red over there, you step in this little thing, and you'll get a health boost. Sorry. This dude literally will be dropped here in one more attack. So Let's pick a random reward. I got a leather ring. Probably need to drop it anyway.
숲에서 길 잃지 마오.
So, looking at these 2 sticks,
숲에서 길 잃지.
I should have exited. But I can do this one more quest without having to level up my abilities. I do recommend about every 3 levels to upgrade your abilities, because I am at level 9 already, and you see me, I'm just starting out.
Nice.
Try to collect like MP potions, because I realized later on you'll probably need it more often, because you use a lot more magic and skill wise when trying to do certain attacks. So as you can see, dropped them, heading on through. And trying to, I could jump and try to do this. This ability works great when you're jumping as well. Problem is you have to be in like the right spot to do this. Like you could do a D and then try to do an F. But it all depends on who you're playing. So here I am. I'm low on health, but truthfully, when I played a mage the first time, I actually never died through the first couple missions I played. Because the mage is just that powerful, to a degree. Now I did die as a gunsman because of his poor accuracy. And that's only the beginning. You learn that each character has certain things they rock at and certain things like they suck at. Mage just rocks and generally trying to get combos. So I'm about to be able to heal. I'm fighting a fire mage again, so I heal up. Trying to get these little diamond things out of my way. She did some good damage to me. Managed to dodge it. Or would have been in the right spot. And I'm going to finish her with a mage.
Perfect.
I like to call it mage machine gun because it's really just shooting a whole bunch of energy and magic blast out. But it's pretty fun, like when you get used to it. So look between like weapons like this. This gives me 41 physical attack. Magic attack is 51 and 24 independent, and this is 52, 56, 59. So this is alright. This is good. Then drop that. And then you can compare, because this has 11 less attack, it has 16 less magic attack, and it has 5 less independent attack. Now, this gives me a great magical defense, where I can throw a lot of the old stuff off. So here we go, and we're gonna head back to town just for a second. Now, I should have some new skills. Now, I love the flame ring. This is one of the abilities that I consider that you must have straight as soon as you can unlock it. Even though it's in the red, you can still use it. I'm probably level 11, or let's see, I'm a level 10, so I can still use it. It's just it won't be. It'll be taking a lot of magic from me. So, Flame Ghost is alright ability, but it's not as good. You got Teleport over here. So, you mastered this attack. So you can't max that one out anymore. But you can max up Flame Wheel. So, I'm going to recommend you max up Wind, because it's a good skill. Now, I don't recommend Flame, but it's good just to have a side bonus. This is not really necessary just yet, but this is great for jumping up into the air, because what this does is, I'm going to show you guys, it allows you to jump up in the air and allows you to increase your jump for about 2 or 3 times, but it's temporary. So let's get these skills customized. What I recommend is you not to have Water Blast. I generally just don't use the ability in general. I recommend you have Windmill, Fire Shield, and the Flame ability, because these abilities are really useful later on. So I gotta do this one again, but I'm actually more excited because I've got the abilities I need, and I disabled the one I really don't. So let me show you. Flame Wheel is probably one of the most useful, because it does damage through a lot of opponents instead of one. Plus, when you use it, it does like a little bit of knockback. For instance, I use a Flame Wheel here, I will damage 2 of them instead of just 1. And then I can use like a Windmill or something to try to knock them upwards and try to hit them with a Flame Wheel when they come down. So if I got multiple opponents knocked up in the air, Flame Wheel, I have to say, is probably one of the few attacks at the very beginning, because I've only just started the game, has this amazing attack done to it. Like, it's just amazing to use. You feel the power behind it. So let's continue going on. We're about to fight the boss, and use the Flame Wheel just to do a little extra damage. So let's get on to the opponents. Now the attack doesn't do a lot of damage when you're using your particular Magic Blast that shoot out, but it does do great if you're doing a combination attack. For instance, it's great for combination attacks. Generally, I use it as kind of a diversion technique that will guarantee a win. But it's great for certain things.
다음에 또 봐요.
So, let's get on to the next quest, because I'm trying to level up so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about.
길을
The faster you go through, the faster you're going to end up being. And if you fail, don't get mad, that's just natural. For me, when I started out with this game, I did not know what to expect. I ended up dying on a boss when I was a gunsman, and I learned from my mistakes. Like, this game can be OP, but it can also be a pain if you don't know what you're doing. It's like League of Legends. You gotta learn each character well. Learn what you like and dislike. Now, it does give you some time to select, like, between the two. I didn't really try out the Destruction Mage, which now I want it because I don't like playing melee characters in general. Because I'm not really good with melee. I like range so that way I can sit back and do a lot of damage. Or do bits and pieces of damage to try to keep my defense. So instance, I use a wind, I use a fire, I come over here.
Overkill.
This is a KO. And I use Magic Blast, I use a Flame Wheel, I come over here. Now, I ended up fishing these guys off. And here we go. I use a Flame Wheel again to do some more damage. I use the Wind. Generally, I recommend using Wind on characters that you can knock up. The Flame Wheel only works so much, but if you use Wind to knock up a character, then Flame Wheel, or the Kai Blast to keep them up, you can do even more damage. So, generally, it's about how your playstyle is. I prefer Mage, some people prefer other.
그래서 기르지 마오.
So, let me go back to my equipment. Let's see if it's any good. This is 3+ attack. They're about the same. So, I could equip this, I can throw the old staff out, I can look at my intelligence. Let's check this out. Yeah, this is some better equipment. You see I got 4 strength compared to the 2 strength I have. When you look at item equipped, that's what you want to compare. You want to compare what these have. This has 100 more defense on physical defense. This one has better intelligence, better strength, better spirit. It also increases my defense by 120. And this increases me by 66 and gives me a total of 2 extra on points. Technically 3. So I recommend just abandoning some of these items that you really don't want, because you don't want your space to be too filled. So if you get like a good item, so this is where I'd recommend going back to town for just a second, going to skills and leveling up, like applying like wind. Generally you'll unlock these skills as you come along. Ice Sword is not what I would recommend. As you come across, you'll come up to this person. So, I recommend you come forward, you get your second glass of tea, and I recommend you try to kill these enemies. You try to do it as fast as you can when you're trying to level up. And if you're a beginner, I recommend reading the story, because that's great to give you information about what's going on. For me, I'm already familiar up to this point with the story. And even being a noob in something doesn't mean you're bad. It just means you don't know how to play. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. I could have kept that combo going if I would have used the particular skill set. So I use Wind, I use Flame Wheel to try to do some extra damage. Now, I want to try to finish these guys off as fast as I can, and to show you what my little flame does. It's not really that impressive, but it has a cooldown it's forgivable on. Now over a period of time it will go away. So that's kind of what I mean by trying to knock him up. Because you saw it perfectly that time where it actually tried to heat seek on the dude. And then I was able to combo that with the flame wheel. Characters you can knock up, try it. Because it's like trying to do a combination attack. You're trying to do as much damage as you possibly can within a short instance of time. Now, for instance, I'm going to try it again, try to do it with this guy. I managed to complete that combination, but I didn't get it the way I wanted. I'm trying to... And as you're coming to harder opponents, it becomes more challenging. I found like the underground level, we're in the prison, more challenging than what I'm doing right now. Though this may be the boss, I don't consider him challenging because I got my current abilities. And I defeated him. So I did say I was going to keep this running till about 8 o'clock. So if you guys are really interested, I'm going to be doing live streams. You guys don't have to subscribe to me. I recommend it, but I'm not forcing you to. Subscribing is all an option. I'm just trying to get my name out there. I'm trying to get a game funded, so best way I can get a game funded is trying to get support by people. And this will help get me where I need to be. I've got voice actors. Actually, I was going to upload some lines I was originally going to do earlier in the week. I've even got a pre-recorded video that I haven't posted up just yet with some lines from a character I was planning to voice. But I needed a actual funding to get some classes in on 3D design, because I'm not a designer just yet. I have an idea, and if you guys looked at my YouTube channel, you guys were able to find me. I recommend if you guys want to find me, type in Zane the Hedgehog. First image that will pop up will be my my channel, because I own that character. And it's pretty cool that I actually did that without any prior experience and by looking at some of the tutorials. But I need more experience to get what I really want done. So if you guys are really interested about what I'm going to be doing, let me know. I love to hear shoutouts. Post below my YouTube videos, because I love to hear feedback. Even if it's negative feedback, because that just makes me think harder. I'm one person to take negative feedback as a positive feedback, so I try to be a positive person. I also like how playing games brings people together. Straight up off the bat, it brings you together, it makes you feel better, and even when you're playing with a bad crowd, you kind of learn what you need not to do. Like right now, I know that I'm not doing my combinations just right, but I'm learning from my mistakes. And there are perfect examples of trying to combination these attacks right. I'll probably doing a video probably sometime later in the month with a death battle video. So let me get this straight. I'm going to be doing a death battle video on Krillin versus Cyclops. See how they both compare to each other. Now I'm not going to spoil any hints. I'm actually going to be trying to make it sometime later this week a little bit more. but I'm actually going to make this a little bit different from other videos. I'm going to see about drawing it in GIMP. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm gonna try to make it like DBZ / X-Men style. So expect it to be amateur, but expect it to be semi-good. I'm an amateur artist. I don't have a lot going for me, and I don't know a lot about it. So if you guys are wanting to know a bit more, I'm be trying to do a whole new thing. So
그래서 기대지 마오.
you guys got hints and like things you could tell me about artistry. I love it. I love learning facts. I actually looked at videos and tutorials. That's where I learned most about my games. Like this is a hands-on game where I can learn things on the fly, which is one of the things I'm majorly good at, because I will learn from my mistakes over a period of time. Man, the League of Legends stream I did the other day, I did not like playing Ryze, man. Ryze. I thought he used to be like this cool combination character, but now what they've done to Ryze is they really weakened the character. They gave him a teleport for all the champions, but yet to realize that this teleport really does hurt Ryze. And that's the bad thing. To me, they really hurt Ryze. But when you look at this character right here, he's well balanced. He's got his own skill set. I feel like they balanced out Vlad recently, because I like Vlad's new skill set. I was used to playing Vlad before he got some of the changes to him. I feel like these changes balanced him and made him more of a stronger character for it. So, as we're going through here, I realize that there's a lot of detail on these maps. Like, they are beautifully designed to a degree that even I can enjoy the quality of what the people are trying to do for this game.
Nice.
So here we go. I'm about to face another boss. I think this boss looks pretty cool. He kind of looks like the other suits, with his armor maxed out to the massive thing I can see here. That's where this is actually the first time I've really been damaged by him too much. And he's about to be a dead boss.
Perfect.
Now, a lot of this stuff I'll pick up and then I'll look at, and I just may end up abandoning. Like this. Don't need this. Drop it. I don't need this. I'll drop it. Don't need this. I'll drop it.
다음에 또 봐요.
Now, this is where I recommend you go back to the town, you go to skills, and you start leveling up. Because right now, I should have my ice sword. Well, I'll get my ice sword next round. And here's some other things. Flame Wheel is a great ability. It can be really used efficiently if you know how to use it right. I'm going to see about upgrading my wind ability. And we're going to go straight back to stage. But first I think she wants to see us, so... Okay. Well... Now I get to change my character just a little bit. Now, this was earlier than expected, but I want to go with the bombardment. I don't think quite ready just yet.
많이 다치셨군요. 약을 발라드릴까요?
Generally, she gives you that option later on in the game. Like, you have to be at least level 17 and complete all these quests. Now here's like some of the fun parts. Like, I found this dungeon pretty fun because you had to go through it a couple times. But generally, it's the last part of the dungeon you have to do that really brings it to a tear-jerking. Like, I say tear-jerking, I mean it's quite hard when you get to the final area. It's not hard, but it's hard in a sense of it makes you feel like you've accomplished something. Because you've got this guy who keeps spawning enemies. So, you haven't seen me really pull this off too much. I can use these little flame things. Flame wheel. Trying to head on straight through the door. Sometimes these doors you have to walk back up to. Ended up using a teleport. So, flame wheel. I think that's overkill. Now, as you get through on a higher level, your abilities will start to do more damage. But it's mainly with what items you use. I just killed at least 2 of them. So here we go.
당신도 숲을 파괴하기 위해 왔나요?
Now this is not the boss that I'm talking about, because this chick normally obliterates her. So you can just continue on. But this is pretty fun.
너 기르지 마오.
I recommend you keep on going and you abandon like stuff like that that's from melee. You're about to save a friend, but the final part of this I actually enjoyed quite because of the way the boss runs. The animation in this game looks very fluent, by the way. Like, you can tell the artist enjoyed their time doing this. Like, the skills, the customization, the junk behind it, you can tell he just had fun and he wanted to blow your mind on what can be done with the sprite game. Now, I love side scrollers, but I felt like at the beginning I wasn't gonna like the game. I saw the previews, but after looking at it, I thought it was just gonna be like a single flat fighter, and then I try it out and I get this amazement by it. It's like, whoa, this is totally brand new to me. Now, if you guys have played Ellison World, because I mentioned that earlier in the video, this game is similar to Ellison World, but with a unique twist to it. It's really cool on the way they do the system, because they allow you to choose. In Ellison World, you have to go after a particular job quest. In this game, you particularly choose what you want to do after you complete all the beginning quests. Right now, you're just working on the beginning quests. And this will normally take about 2 hours to complete for basic quests. Let's see if I completed that guy. We're going to do some whirlwind. He's dead. Let's go on. And I'm gonna try it again. That jump thing's pretty good later on, as long as you got moves to combo with it.
Good.
I've completed all the little guys in here. Take these little things and move on.
내게 무릎 꿇는다면 목숨만은 살려주지.
This is not the boss I'm really worried about. It's I think it's 2 or 3 bosses after this one, but we're just getting into the game. Now I'm gonna be doing a live stream Thursday and Friday, probably about 4. So if you guys want to tune in for that. If you guys were paying attention on my last live stream, you would know that. Just want to make sure if any new viewers came on. Try not to check Twitch as much. I'm also trying to get my name out there. So, I'm level 14. Probably about to be 15 here in just a second. I think it's 2 boss fights after this that I will actually become level enough to get what I need. But generally, this game gets really cool. So here we go, and now you remember that ice dude from earlier. This is similar dude, but he's like a little mini boss. Not worth your time at the very start right here. Trying to get used to my controls again, because I actually decided to do this new setup, which is pretty nice.
Overkill. Good.
So here we go. I'm gonna fire a fireball right here. We're gonna do some magic. We're gonna dodge this. Now, if you see that charging bar, that means they're just about to rush at you.
Great.
Now, I have not gotten a pet in this game just yet. But I want to see if there's actually a pet like Elson World, because that would intrigue me. So I'm fighting the boss as we speak. Now you will fly through this game. I repeat, you will fly through on the basic levels. I don't know about the more intense levels. That took a good bit of damage to me. Took about 30% of my health. Took really about maybe 33% of my health. No, it took about 39. So it looks like the final blow to him turned out to be my magic.
그래서 기르지 마오.
So let's get on. and continue up.
다음에 또 봐요.
Generally, you don't have to upgrade that often when you're doing some of these basic quests. You're about to see these little infected characters with this infected disease. To give you guys a rough rundown of what's happening is this darkness is basically taking over the land. And this darkness is kind of like spreading this evil that turns all the animal creatures that would be like kind and nice into this like ruthless killing machine. That's where you come really in contact with some of this. It's really a fight for survival. Because the more you fight, the more you learn. And it really comes down to how good you are on surviving. Even though I'm a single player, I'll probably have to play with more people as I level up. So here we go. Generally, I like playing by myself because that gives me more time to experience harder challenges and set a challenge for myself in case I die. And gives me to know my limits. Now, I recommend trying to break these green chests open. It has a chance of getting like an item drop that may be worth your while. This dude is a joke. Watch this. Now, if you get stuck within that basic attack he does, he can be a pain. But this dude is really a joke. You can just sit there and wail on him. You can't really do nothing. Like, he'll put you to sleep, then he'll hit you. But I intentionally let him do that, so that way you guys can see that. So, let's see.
더 기르지 마오.
Let's see if the boot I got was worth anything. Nope. Not even worth my time. And these 3 rings can vary. Like, this gives me 500 plus defense. This gives me 800. This gives me 15,000 defense. But each of these come with like different costs. This gives me intelligence. This gives me strength. This gives me vitality, which is nice. Then you got this one, which increases both strength and intelligence. I prefer my intelligence increased. And this is how much for what level? This is level 15 and this is level 15. So I can use this thing as soon as it comes around. I get to abandon that, and this is level 15. This.
다음에 또 봐요.
Let me continue onward, because I'm trying to get where I can get to the point where I can stop for the day. But I also want to increase my mage's level while showing you guys more about the game. I do like the physics behind it. So, you got this whirlwind. You throw it down, you throw a fireball. Now, a great thing would be to tie in these fireballs when you're needing to hit like side enemies and you've already got it equipped. I don't find the fireball that useful, especially when you're first starting out. So let's get a temporary speed boost. Here we go. Flame blast. Well, I meant to do a flame blast. Take tornado. And here we go. We're going to shoot another cosmic flame blast. Let's see if it's got anything for me. Here we go.
Excellent.
And we are continuing to lay down a beat down.
Nice.
And I'm about to be at the chick who's about to be the boss. This chick is basically infected by this dungeon's tombstone, pretty much. So what I'm doing right now is lay down one bear butt kicking. The last time I actually avoided most of the damage from her due to the fact I had superior range. I ended up doing a fire blast, which I'm quite shocked that it hit her due to the fact I don't use the ability so often. And I have to drop the sword item because I can't use it. Now, I did pick up a lightsaber at one point in time when I was doing my first playthrough, which was kind of cool. I kind of like the lightsaber look. I should have been able to equip it to another character. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can keep items that you want to equip. And truthfully, I like to go with an item that's going to give me the most defense out of a build.
다음에 또 봐요.
So here we go. I think this is the boss that I actually like to do.
Good.
It may not be. Soon I'll be able to tell you, of course. That was just amazing how he ended up not hitting me. So as you're going through, I like to look at what the character is actually doing. So let's come up and we're going to do a mega jump. And we're going to try to use our other skills. Here we go. And I don't understand how that ended up hitting him. Still, some of these abilities are iffy. Now this is a boss that I had a hard time determining his location. But he's one of those mini bosses again. So here we go. And Meet my Flame Wheel! Yep, this is the boss I actually like. This was actually quite difficult when I first started out, because each of these are different some way, shape, or form. Because these things will keep on pursuing you based off of how much little things he's got in front of him protecting. Well, I failed to get that one. And here we go. We're going to use another flame wheel. We're going to continue attacking. We're going to use an actual machine gun. We're going to flame him again. We're going to use fire. We're going to keep basically barraging him with mana attacks. Even though my mana is getting low, I don't really have to worry about it. Right about now, I should have to go to the city, because it should force me to head back. I should have to head back to town. I'm gonna head back, and I'm actually gonna switch out the equipment again, because even though that gives me 64
너 기르지 마오.
more defense, it really does decrease what I've got. So let me get me another cup of tea, and I should have to talk to her.
약을 발라줄까요?
Now, this is what happens when you complete the first quest episode. Now, I get to select what type of class I want to go into. Time till it ends. Location.
무슨 얘기를 할까요? 많이 다치셨군요. 약을 발라드릴까요?
So, this is where you can select what you want to do. And I'm going to be choosing an elemental because these attacks I didn't quite like too much. So, you guys just saw me get this, and I did get a whole new list of skills just to show you guys. Because now I should be rank 2. Because I should have a whole new skill list to go by. Give me 1 second. I don't think she switched me over.
마법진 이렇게 다시 만나러 오는
Quests. Okay, I have to do the prison level one more time, which is understandable. Now I get to show you the ice sword, which I don't think I'll have it next round. It's just good to show you guys what it does. Now the ice sword I don't like too much, due to the fact that it's not really as useful.
Good.
as other tools unless you're having a whole bunch of melee guys in front of you. Then you can just wipe them out pretty much easily. Now, I prefer to stay back and do ranged attack damage unless I'm dashing forward. Okay, that's where the enemies are coming from. So I'll fireball, burn these things to the ground, head straight forward. Grab H, slash into pieces, use another congruent attack, and keep on attacking. So, show you guys, as you advance more and more, you'll see what your attacks can do. There's one more around here, and well, here's just the fact I was being cursed. Here we go. You're gonna see me slice this thing to pieces. Here we go. Throwing out some more. And here we go. Unleashing my fury. You want part of it, because I'm gonna slash you to bits. Yeah, meet my blasters. I'm blasting it. About to blast these things to bits. Getting out of the way of that. Put me to sleep, then he's gonna whack me one hard time. Then I'm gonna slash him to pieces again. I'm gonna keep firing at him. Let him understand the full fury I have. And somehow I dodged that. And now I can get my level upgrade. Now you guys are going to see some different stuff, which is coming with the level advancement. I recommend you checking out the rings, even though we know we don't need it. We know we don't need that. So
다음에 또 봐요.
head back to town, because you just completed the quest, and come back to her for the level advancement. Now your level advancement should be permanent. So this tells you the following skills you have learned. Now you are eligible to learn these skills. Infernal Road, Dark Zone, Mana Burst. Now, I do recommend you taking a look at your skills, because certain ones have changed just a bit. This increases your magical defense. But now, that one attack we had that was originally just spamming is now lightning based. So let's check out our flame wheel. See if it's changed. Nope, it still hasn't changed. So we got our basic flame wheel. Then we got a new one which I haven't seen before. Ooh, that looks cool. Kind of looks like the Hadouken if you really think about it. Now, let's check this one out. Kind of looks like this attack, pretty much. I'm trying to scroll down so that way I can see what this thing scales into. That's wicked. And what's this? I'm still new to these extra stuff. Increases attack at the cost of MP consumption. Okay. You got fire, which is nice. That's kind of cool. That's wicked. I kind of like that. So, I'm guessing these can go up to level 2s. Which I kind of like that. So, your class does change. I'm probably going to... I do want to look at this one more before... So let's get one skill into that and apply. And what we're going to do is make sure Flame Wheel is equipped because I like Flame Wheel. You always want to make sure Teleport's equipped. Whether we use Teleport or not, it's a great escape move. And so, as we see, let's check out our new skills, and we're going to go to her for a quest. Congratulations on your advancement. We're going to see about we're going to click location. And this guy will basically show us where we need to go. We should have got us a new Hadouken pretty much move. And guys who are just tuning in, this will be the last mission I will do for the day. Now I was actually level 18 when I was originally trying this. So this to me seems a lot more different. Seems like I got that useless water skill. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Let's go with lightning, because that looks pretty cool. Let's go with H again. So it changes on the properties that you're using it on. That's pretty cool. I kind of like this character now, because now you've got a different set of moves to use. I'm going to go back and I'm going to press F. And let's try out the Hadouken move. To me, that looks pretty cool, because now you can sit there and dominate foes. That's pretty cool, because this ability changes with what you want to do. Whether I choose to go to the side,
Good.
and that is something I wasn't used to. So I'm probably going to do another video tomorrow, guys. Expected about 4, maybe 5. I'm starting to like the way this character is actually based. I didn't like the elemental mage, or the basically the ice mage, pretty much. This is pretty wicked. Because this allows you to excel at melee attacks, but also be really great at handling them. I like how it's so balanced. So here we go. We're about to lay a can of whoop ass right now. Meet some of my ice balls. I got some of those freezies that you guys want. It's called an ass whipping. Let's see where this boss is at. So I guess this guy wants some of my freezing balls. Let's try to go with dark magic. Let's go with F again. Let's change it to fire magic. You should be weakened to lightning magic. Now I'm only doing this as a guess. This was an amazing battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we'll be doing more descriptive videos later on this week, so I hope you guys enjoy it. You guys got shout out, leave it on one of my videos, I should be told, and I will check my YouTube every other week. So you got something to say, tell me, rate, subscribe, tell me what you want, tell me what you want to see, and I'll see what I can do. Peace out. You're chilling with Steve-O Productions, and I hope you guys have a fine day. Thank you very much for tuning into my stream. And the video that you guys had saw the last time is up. So I am about to stop this production video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed.